Okay. Yesterday. My scenario 1 was for an open. Test lower to around 21 down here. And continuation higher to 48. Which was the previous day's high. And from then on to the overnight high, which was at 58. Somewhere here. So that was my scenario 1 yesterday. Test lower and continuation higher. What we did do was an explosive move up. Pull back to the IB. I think there was a second pull back to the IB. Then a sell off to the low of the day to make a neutral day. Test the mid. And actually the IB from the underside and finish at the lows. So it was the end of the month, end of the quarter, squaring of the books type of event. So that's what happened. So my scenarios, plans for today are as follows. We've been chopping around at the high of the overnight range for quite a bit now. It's a very pronounced peak. So I expect a bit of a dynamic move out of this area, whether up or down. Scenario 1 though is for a test to yesterday to the MCV POC 6263. Most traded price in this area, or you can even drop down to the previous day VPOC, which was at 60, which will coincide with the overnight mid. So drop down to the MCV POC, find our buyers, test the high of previous day's range, test the overnight high, get the century figure, and from then on, likely to continue to 404 HVN, composed HVN, and at the very top of my estimate is 414. This LVN there. So that's my scenario 1. It's a multiple, triple top, I think, 414. Scenario 2 is a bit more chop. Test to the upside at stalk zone at around 92. Or can even take out the LVN, sorry, test the LVN. Down inside the range, test the value area high. Get down to the VPOC. The day's VPOC was right on top of the MC VPOC at 62. Sorry, 60. And then continue lower to test the value area low, which is this one around the mid-century figure. It's at 47. And if we continue any lower, may test the 30, which is the previous day's low. Of course, we have the everlasting VPOC at 40, composite VPOC, so that will be a intermediate stop down to the low of the day. It's difficult to imagine that it will make an outside day, so 40 being the most likely end to the selling. So scenario 3, if we talk about explosive moves, briefed, oops, just a blip lower. The stock was on around 68 and up to 414. Scenario 3. Scenario 4, if we continue the sell-off from yesterday, test up, take the overnight high and head for the lows 40, and then overnight low, and then the low of the day at 30. Overnight low is at 47. No, overnight low is at 34, excuse me. 34. 34. So that's scenario 4. And that is that.